moving into the end of the year 2020, and I believe this will be a last CC Fridays uh, while we are ending 2020. And what better to end on a note with the podcast? So I'm sure it's been a great learning year for everyone. For me especially, it's been a great learning year for me. Uh, I'm sure 2020 with the technology wave, all the teachers who have joined in have really felt that they are much better and more equipped teachers with all the technology now under your belt. Yeah, how many of you feel that you're better teachers now after this? Once the pandemic will be over, how many of you feel that you'll be better teachers than before the pandemic? So before pandemic and after pandemic, how many of you feel you'll be better teachers? Just give me a yes in the chat box if you feel so. Okay, so many yeses. Great, great. So I'm definitely feel that I'm a better administrator for sure after the pandemic. Okay, great. Yes, Vibhuti, I'm more empowered, 100%. 100%. Yeah, superb. So we've got about 150 people, and we'll start today's session. Uh, there's a big team of teachers raring to go to share with all of you how they are creating magic with their podcast at Nagpur. Something that I would like to share before I pass on to them for today's session. Uh, why do why do I enjoy podcasts more than video, and why are they why I would say that they're a better learning tool than watching a video or a movie or something like that? Why are they a better learning tool? Just think about it. When you watch a video or you watch a movie, okay, you're you are seeing everything and you're relating to everything, right? Your mind is not doing a lot of stuff. Your mind is not doing a lot of stuff. Everything is pre-cooked and feed it to your eyes, and what your eyes see, your mind is just imagining that. Absolutely, I think Swati says that listening gives you a lot of scope to imagine. So when you listen to a podcast, or when a child listens to a podcast, if you are sharing something, your mind is always imagining that. So I can imagine something different, and say Anupama ma'am with the same conversation can imagine something different, and all of us will 99% imagine positive stuff if we are in a positive mood, right? So with the podcast, there's so much more imagination of the child that we are developing. That's why I feel that podcast is a brilliant tool to tickle that creativity, imagination. It will definitely help in problem solving, linking different neurons or different parts of the brain, striking connections between different parts. So it's a great tool. Today's session, we're going to know about how to create a good podcast. Uh, we, I also want all of you to not just think of a podcast as an entertainment way. I also want to think all of you to think of a podcast, how maybe you can create one or couple of lessons of yours and deliver it through a podcast. Yeah, think about that while you're in today's session, and I'm sure it will be a great session. And after the journey of the podcast, we have something very important that is coming up today, which is going to be enriching all our lives going further. So if any of your colleagues haven't joined yet, make sure that they join, because that is some very important information that will be given out in the later half of today's session. So make sure they join. Each and every member of our schools need to be a part of today's CC Fridays to get that information. All sporting, non-sporting, arts, music, dance, all teachers need to be a part of that second half, because that is some very valuable information that you would get today. Yeah, with that, I pass on to Anupama ma'am. Anupama ma'am, over to you. And yes, before I just pass on to ma'am, uh, use the Q&A to ask any questions. You can keep yourself anonymous. You do not need to mention your name. I was delighted last time around when a lot of questions were there. That really makes the learning happen. The questions actually make the learning happen, right? So thank you everyone. Last time around, all of you who asked questions, feel free to ask any type of questions. If you feel that अगर मैं ये पूछूंगा तो कैसा लगेगा, तो anonymous अपना नाम डाल के आप पूछ सकते हैं, कोई problem नहीं है. Anupama ma'am, over to you.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. And thank you, sir, for saying that we are creating magic every Sunday. Uh, we would begin our presentation. Aarti, I would like you to start sharing your screen.
I hope it's visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is visible.
सबका रेडियो DPS लावा, सबके फेस पे स्माइल ये लाता, संडे की सुबह जोश ये जगाता, बच्चों का पैशन सबको बताता. बदला समय क्या हुआ, सीखे हम कुछ नया, सूरज बन के तू रोशन कर जहां, खुद को पहचान ले, कदमों को बढ़ा, मुश्किल हालातों में यूं ना डगमगा, हर पल प्यारे तू मस्ती के गीत गा. बदला समय क्या हुआ, सीखे हम कुछ नया. सबका रेडियो DPS लावा, सबके फेस पे स्माइल ये लाता.
Good evening, respected Gautam sir, Siddharth sir, Mukesh sir, Pushpi madam, Ashwini madam, and my fellow colleagues from Varanasi, Nasik, and Lava. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our experience. Corona has taught us quite a few lessons, but the most important one is that nothing is impossible if we come together and work together. And Dipsites believe impossible we can do immediately, only miracles take time. And our podcasts are nothing but a miraculous way of connecting with our students, parents, friends, and their friends. Believe me, the ripples are growing. Today, we bring to you our modus operandi. Although only a handful of us are here as presenters, ours is a team effort. We are a group of 23 who work actively to create a podcast every week, and we are supported by all our colleagues. This podcast is aired every Sunday morning. Now, before all this, all of us had heard about podcasts. Some had heard a podcast or two, and a few had even tried their hand at making one. As part of these CC Fridays, Sahil Patil sir's podcasts were beautiful. सबके दिल को छू गए और हम इंस्पायर हो गए. A tiny seed was planted. An idea was brainstormed, and we decided to give it our best shot. Now, the first prerequisite for any podcast was an RJ, and we needed several because we had decided unanimously that for every podcast we were going to have a different RJ. And then what happened? Radio DPS Lava, the group, we launched a talent hunt. We invited all the students from grades 5 to 9 for a virtual audition. The response was overwhelming. And I could actually see the mentor teachers choosing their RJs for their podcasts. Our first podcast was dedicated to the nation, and it was aired a day after Independence Day. We actually put it together in 4 days, and we have not looked back since then. The entire process of making a podcast was broken down to planning, research, scripting, taking practice sessions, recording, editing, airing, and of course, feedback. Today, some members of Team Radio Lava are here to share how we go about it. There's no hierarchy. There are no watertight compartments. We collaborate, we pitch in for each other, and we work together. And believe me, it's a lot of hard work. All done after school, after preparing for the lessons. But the team is super enthusiastic. Without further ado, I call upon Humaira Khan to tell you all about the planning that happened before we started and continues even today.
Thank you, ma'am. A goal without a plan is just a wish, a pipe dream. Planning is setting goals and developing a method to achieve them efficiently. And to achieve our goal of producing interesting podcasts every week, we started with planning. We created a Google Sheet that included the themes for the podcasts. We picked up themes that were relevant, informative, and entertaining at the same time. This sheet includes the dates on which the podcasts are to be aired and the dates for the audios to be ready before it is aired. The time gap between both the dates is about 5 days so that we have time in hand, and if any editing is required, that can be done. The sheet also has the names of the shortlisted RJs, a database of sorts. During the auditions, teachers had not just shortlisted the RJs, but also picked up students who could present any special item in the podcast. And of course, the teachers in charge also used their experiences and observations while picking up children. For instance, a child was selected to narrate a story after he was heard narrating a story in the CCA competition. Now, these names are also mentioned in the sheet along with the teacher in charge's names. Our teachers show amazing enthusiasm and volunteer to take up the podcasts. They have the liberty to change or include topics of their own choice. After that, we zeroed in on having at least 3 editors because we all know that editing is a work that requires time, skill, and tech savviness. No matter how good the audios are, if they are not edited properly, the podcast will fall flat. And we are fortunate to have 3 brilliant editors in our team. Aarti Pathak ma'am, Archana Bagre ma'am, and Ram Shukla sir. So each of them gets a break of 2 weeks after editing one episode. Now, when we were planning, we collated the experiences that we've had as a radio audience ourselves. And the one thing that struck us all was that every radio channel has a signature tune. So we also came up with the lines.
You're listening to Radio DPS Lawa, जहां infotainment का है पक्का दावा.
Yes. And a beautiful tune was given to this line by our music teacher, Nikhil sir. The tune is also special because it resonates with the notes of the DPS anthem. और अब तो ये ट्यून सबकी जुबान पे बस चुकी है. For every podcast, we create a WhatsApp group for better communication. And after the podcast is aired, the group is dissolved. अब planning तो हो गई, theme भी तय हो गई. Infotainment के लिए research बहुत जरूरी है. और इसके बारे में हमें बताएंगी अदिति तेलंग मैम.
Thank you, Humera ma'am. Research is simply putting it all together with a backup plan. It is thrilling to find out the reasons behind observing a particular day and the history behind a particular theme. What is difficult is making the audience curious and interested in listening to it. Amazing facts, trivia are a great way to share a lot of information in few words. Finding apt music for the podcast is an integral part of the research. Music is what strings it all together. अब ये सब ढूंढे कहाँ? Google और कहाँ? But even Googling takes time. Hitting on the right site, guarding against the digressions, tweaking the available information to suit our theme. It is all pretty time consuming. One formula of a successful podcast is strictly observing the time limit. We follow the time limit and we keep it anywhere between 13 to 18 minutes and avoid stretching the podcast beyond that time. I thoroughly enjoyed doing all the research for the World Postal Day podcast. We even included riddles to build the excitement and participation of our target audience, the students. We were successful. उस पॉडकास्ट में जो हमने पहेलियां पूछी थी, उनके हमें ढेर सारे जवाब मिले. And for stuff like this, we have created a separate mailing ID, podcast@dpsnagpurcity.com. Now, despite all this, there have been times when we had to completely rewrite the script and discard the original one. For example, the initial Children's Day podcast, it looked amazing when we read it, but it sounded lengthy and boring after the recording. बड़ी शिद्दत से हमने एक ग्रोथ माइंडसेट समझाने वाली स्क्रिप्ट लिखी थी, पर सुनकर बिल्कुल मजा नहीं आया. It was falling flat. फिर खोज शुरू हुई कुछ जिंग थिंग की. स्पेशल गेस्ट मिकी माउस को हमने रिप्लेस कर दिया and kept the script lighter on the Gyan part. Finally, after all, it was the Children's Day. एक रात में तेजस्विनी मैम, हुमेरा मैम और मैंने स्क्रिप्ट को रीराइट किया. प्रिंसिपल मैम ने अप्रूव किया, आरती मैम ने एडिटिंग की and voila, we aired it on time and it did sound fun. Research is the backbone of the podcast. पर बस रिसर्च से काम नहीं चलता साहब, स्क्रिप्ट भी धमाकेदार लिखनी पड़ती है और इस धमाकेदार स्क्रिप्ट का फॉर्मूला शेयर करेंगी नूतन मैम.
शुक्रिया अदिति मैम. रिसर्च के बाद हमारे पास होती है खूब सारी इंफॉर्मेशन. नाउ व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड इज अ डैश ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट. स्क्रिप्ट कैसा हो ये तो हम ट्रायल एंड एरर से सीख ही रहे हैं, पर कुछ लर्निंग्स मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी. Keep it conversational. It should never sound preachy. Introduce the theme and set the tone in the first couple of minutes. जो हुक हो गया वो आपका श्रोता बन गया. Create a tagline. इसे रिपीट करें ताकि लोगों के जहन में फिट हो जाए. Choose the right music. ये तो नमक का काम करती हैं. पॉडकास्ट को नमकीन बनाती हैं. Have an intriguing intro that will hook your listeners. Be concise. Say it with as few words as possible. Before we actually start writing a script, we discuss the flow of the podcast, depending on the theme, and a rough idea takes shape. That is built on the basis of the research done for that episode. We divide the script like you can see on the slide, which makes writing easier. The podcast begins with an introduction by the RJs. We mix up what we say in each intro. The audience does not want to hear the same exact spiel every time they listen. It totally depends on the theme, whether to start with a song, quote, or a message. We have amazing poetesses, नीलम मैडम, मनीषा मैडम, दोनों किसी भी विषय पर सुंदर कविताएं फटाफट लिख देती हैं. मराठी में शीतल मैडम, और अगर कुछ संस्कृत में चाहिए तो मकरन सर. बस इन सब से कहने की देर है. We also give quotes to the RJ's dialogues so that it becomes very easy to understand their dialogues, and they save their recordings with the same code. This helps the editor merge the audio files in sequence. Our signature tune says, आप सुन रहे हैं रेडियो डीपीएस लावा, जहां इंफोटेनमेंट का है पक्का दावा. To keep that promise, we always try and include some special messages from renowned guests and end with a song followed by the signature tune. The idea is to end the podcast on a positive, uplifting note. I personally never thought that I would ever write podcast scripts. By the way, I am a passionate footballer and the physical education teacher at DPS Lava. But with the support and guidance of our team, I wrote my first script, Pele, the Living Legend. Working on that script helped me learn a lot of new things, like where to add linkers and quotes, how to make dialogues more impressive, and how to include various other entertaining elements too. This first script was tough, but the learnings helped me work on another unique theme, Fit India, and we put together the podcast Hum Fit to India Fit that was aired on 6th December, right from the research, scripting to editing in 1 week. Up script जब हो जाती है ready, it is shared with the RJs. The other students who are reciting a poem or narrating a story are sent their parts and now begin the practice sessions. I invite Amrit ma'am to tell you how these happen.
Thank you, Nutan. Once the script is approved, invites are sent to the students. We begin the practice sessions with all the RJs with a simple reading of the script, like a vocal warm-up exercise. This helps us put the students at ease with the dialogues. This also helps us gauge how the podcast will finally sound and helps the co-host practice delivering the dialogues in a sequence, as if they are having a conversation. All this happens online, and the editor receives individual audio clips. Archana ma'am will no doubt tell you more about how all this is put together seamlessly. Sometimes what looks amazing in black and white sounds dull and boring. After this first reading, the script is modified. Sometimes words are replaced with synonyms. That is when we find the students struggling with some words. And as Aditi told you, sometimes the whole script is scrapped and rewritten. Teachers in charge take group and individual practice sessions to work on the delivery of the dialogues, their pronunciation, the accent, the pitch, the tone, and voice modulation. The process is quite grueling. What our students do, they redo and they readily do it again and again till everyone is happy with the audio clips. We at DPS Lava strive for perfection. At times, it wasn't possible for us to take a practice together, so we personally video called the students. They showed their dedication and have sent recorded till late in the night too. वे हार नहीं मानते थे और अपना 100% देते हैं. Practices are taken according to the students' convenience. To give a perfect performance is also a challenge. Our students ने challenge हर बार accept किया और उस पर हर बार पूरी शिद्दत से काम करके अमल करके हमें भी सिखाया था. I can recall the practice sessions for the recent podcast on Guru Nanak Jayanti. Many of the dialogues needed a Punjabi accent. The words like Kada Prasad was pronounced as Kada Prasad, Kesgarh Sahib as Kesargarh, and Nanded as Nanded. Harminder Sahib ko unhone Harmandir Sahib bol diya. And children struggled with phrases like Aval Allah Noor Paya, Kudrat ke sab bande, Ek Noor te sab jag upjaya, Kaun bale kaun mande. So practice, practice, and more practice till they got it right. And hats off to the students who practiced and had to do away with their sing-song tone dialogues. चलिए, practice तो हो गई. अब बारी आती है recording की. Tejaswini will tell you how this is done.
Thank you, Amrit ma'am. Recording good quality audio clips takes some practice, but you can skip a lot of trial and error with these podcast recording tips. Record the episode in the smallest and quietest room possible to reduce the outside noise. Shut the doors and windows for minimal obstruction. Pause for 4 or 5 seconds at the beginning of the recording. This helps the editor merge the dialogues seamlessly. Keep a glass of water handy. Place the microphone close to the mouth. We all need to breathe, but controlling the sound of inhales and exhales will stop any big gust of wind from sneaking into the recording. We do not have a professional recording studio setup, so we all are doing it on our mobile phones. We ask the children to place their hand or a sheet of paper under their nose. If you listen to the audios, you will notice the recorded audios are very clear. Students are urged to listen to the recorded audios carefully and send them to the teacher only if they like what they hear. Students first send the test recordings to the teacher in charge, and then the teacher sends them to Principal Madam for her approval. Now, you must get yourself in the right mood before you record. Your audience wants to hear you at your best. If you want to create a truly engaging podcast, it's best to be yourself. So have fun while you record. Students do not need to record the entire podcast in one go. Each dialogue has separate codes, so they can record one dialogue at a time and take a break. Recording is really a tough job. If done carefully, it saves a lot of energy and time for the editor. Let me invite now Archana ma'am to tell you the nicks and knacks of editing.
Thank you so much, Tejaswini ma'am. Editing is almost the last thing. I'm saying almost because approval of the final podcast audio is the most important thing. We receive the audios of the RJ and items to be included in the podcast. This gives important step to our PPP, the podcast production process. The audios received are finalized on the basis of pronunciation and voice modulation, but the volumes are always up and down. Even with the same RJ, it happens. So we have to work separately on these audio clips before using it in the actual process. For the items that we receive, we work on its pitch, give a piece of suitable background music, change the speed if required, remove pauses, and do so much more. As our RJs are recording their audios in their own homes, it becomes difficult to make it sound like both are sitting at the same place and having a conversation. But by using some techniques of editing, we try to give that effect. When we put everything together, we follow the script. Kudos to our script writers because the two, the written script and the audio files received, match perfectly. We work on the length of the podcast. We ensure that it does not go beyond 15 to 18 minutes. And I think that is the most important task of any editor. I feel thrilled to share one of my personal experiences. When the Dashera Navratri podcast was going beyond the time limit, I called up Aboli, who was the scriptwriter of the same. I said, Aboli, your podcast is going beyond the time limit, and I am not going to edit Gondhar. She was clueless like you all. I'll shed light on that. Gondhar is a Marathi folk dance song dedicated to the Supreme Devi. And being a dancer, it is very close to my heart. We worked out a compromise. I agreed to edit the song a little, and Aboli agreed to edit the dialogues a little. At times, I have to forget that I am a dancer and perform the editor's job. So the editing is sometimes done with a heavy heart. We send the final audio track of the podcast to Principal Madam. She suggests a few changes. We follow her instructions, and the final output is then aired on the desired date in the morning at 8 a.m. from our official DPS Lava podcast page on anchor.fm. I would like to show you some evidence of our podcast performance on different platforms. We have released 16 episodes with 269 minutes of content put together. The total plays are 3,330 to date. We have 95% of our listeners from our very own country, India, 2% from the United States, and 3% from the rest of the world, as you can see. People are listening to our podcast on different platforms. We have listeners of all age groups. We just received appreciation from the Spotify team. Making a creative for each podcast is another task. The creative is a pictorial illustration of the theme. As you can see on your screen, the cuteness quotient has been upped in each creative. Here I would like to thank Surbhi Saddev, Principal Ma'am's daughter, for making such amazing creatives for each podcast. And this is our podcast family, led by our awesome and Anubam Principal Madam. Our humorous Humera and Google Mata Rajeshri Vaidya work on each script looking for errors and adding a zinc to it. Mr. Nikhil Vilaichi keenly contributes with the sur and tal. Neelam ma'am and Manisha ma'am are as famous as their poems now. Mr. Ram Shukla, Miss Aarti Patak, and I, we are the three musketeers, the troubleshooters, the team of editors. And these are the talented scriptwriters: Sonal Kamble, Aboli, Sheetal, Rifat, Makaran, Simranjit, Sonal Yadav, Vidhi, and Yamini. You have already met the others, the panelists of for today. Team DPS Lava is truly blessed. Feedback and appreciation are what complete the circle. With Shehnaz Ojha Madam to share some of the feedbacks we have received from our students and parents.
Thank you, Archana Madam. Feedback is a vital part of knowing and establishing the groundwork for a better podcast. It includes some inputs about the show's elements, such as the tone, pace, performance, and content. This helps make the right decision on the content, and will hook more ears to the podcast. The feedback is set on areas of mandate. Where do you think it is most effective? The tone, the music, the cues, the host's voice, choice of words, intonation, the pacing, the tone of the host, attention flags, content. Am I guided through or am I lost in a spot? Overall production, the length and content of the clip. Quotes, is it too loud or is it too soft? And if you are a regular listener, what changes would you like in it? The feedback we have received to date is tremendous and helpful, but we never regale ourselves in the revelations. Instead, we get back together to work out a better podcast each time. This consistent, continued feedback from our listeners is constructive criticism that makes our best even better. It will be interesting to note that some of the young listeners enthusiastically take part in the quizzes and regularly send in their responses for any question posed in the podcast. It is this zestful participation that serves as a pat on our backs, and we, since the inception of the podcast, have never looked back. The result is our podcasts have become a Sunday morning ritual in many homes. And for the team, each Sunday morning is a nervous, nail-biting wait, progressing into a victory, transforming into a new beginning. It's a hurrah moment every Sunday for the team GPS Lava. We seek feedback because it promotes continuous learning for all of us. I now request Principal Ma'am to kindly share her comments. For Principal Madam is the driving force behind every podcast. Madam.
Thank you, Shehnaz ma'am. And I would also like to thank Aarti for creating these beautiful Google slides for our presentation today. I am not going to talk about the benefits or the advantages of the podcast for the students. I think all of you know that how we help them. This is one activity which we conduct for enhancing the communication skills, the pronunciation, the intonation, their grammar, their diction, so on and so forth, not to forget the confidence. I am going to today dwell on the fact that the teachers here have taken up this project so enthusiastically, and I would like to share some of the reasons. This is what I feel. The first one is autonomy. Autonomy over what work to do, when to do, how to do, and whom to do it with. They have autonomy over 4 T's: the task, the time, technique, and their own team. So they choose their podcast, the one that they want to do. They choose when they want to do it, how they want to plan their schedule, everything. We don't even, look into how they are doing it. Some of them, research, some of them start writing the script, some of them look for the songs first. So the choice is there, they have been given the freedom, and they choose their own teammates to work with. And if they want to go solo, we are totally okay with that. I strongly feel that control leads to compliance, and autonomy begets engagement and commitment. There are some organizations who ask their employees to give 20% of their time in a week to revive maybe an old project or work on creating something totally new. I'm going to give an example from Google. Krishna Bharat created the Google News, and Paul Bouchet created Gmail in their 20% time. And the teachers here are doing something which is totally, different from their everyday mundane work. This is not lesson planning. This is not correction work. This is not assignments, assessment, worksheets, nothing. Here they are creating something wonderful. And like Shahnaz ma'am said, the euphoria, the hurrah moment is something totally worth it. Even if, the principal sends a message in the midnight that we have missed the audio clipping, adding the audio clipping of a child, and the podcast needs to be aired the next morning. This has happened. Archana will vouch for that. But, the feeling of achievement, feeling of creating something totally different is the reward, getting the appreciation, the feedback, the constructive and positive feedback makes it all worthwhile. And I think no external rewards are needed. I feel this is what is intrinsic motivation. I would like to quote an author, Daniel H. Pink here. He says, human beings have an innate inner drive to be autonomous, self-determined, and connected to one another. And when that drive is liberated, people achieve more and live richer lives, unquote. I would like to urge all the teachers, coordinators who are present here to think about their 20% time and, get into some project which they feel would add value to the work they're doing with their students. It could be a podcast, it could be a Baljanagra, it could be anything that they, feel they are passionate about. And I think we will be doing wonderful job, a lot of service to our students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Anupama ma'am, I think all of you, that was a great presentation. I had not ever thought that making a podcast, there's so much that goes behind it. I did one myself. It was very impromptu, but big applause for all of you. I think you've shown how a lot of planning can really, give quality product at the end of that planning. And I've really enjoyed how you do the practice. So I think that practice is a key aspect of doing the podcast well. So once you do the practice, the children know when to modulate their voice and everything. So that was, I think, great. I really also enjoyed how you adding quizzes and other things, riddles in the podcast, so that children respond to you. So that, I think, is building a lot of engagement as well within the podcast, which was really great. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for sharing your insights into creating amazing podcast. I've listened to a couple of them, and I think you've put on one of the slides also. One of my very favorite memories from one of the podcasts from Nagpur was when a grade one child was sharing a story. I think it was really miraculous. It was brilliant. मतलब वो story सुन के बहुत मजा आया था. Wouldn't have imagined that a grade one child can narrate such a really entertaining story. I think it was about Ganesha, and it was on the Ganesh Chaturthi, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was brilliant. Okay, so thank you, everybody, for presenting today, and I'm sure that it will be really nice if some of our lessons, if जो आप कुछ क्लास में कभी लेक्चर दे रहे हैं या कुछ कर रहे हैं, some, you try using I wouldn't call it a podcast, but try using an audio clip. Try using a podcast style audio clip while presenting your lessons. I think it will be really nice. So you've got how to make that audio clip interesting from Team DPS Lava, and I'm sure it will be a really nice a thing for you to even give a shot at it. Okay, so with that, I'm going to invite Pushpi ma'am to share. There's some announcements that we have today, which is so this is going to lead us to the future of how all the three schools grow as places where we encourage professional development. So Pushpi ma'am, over to you. And after that, Ashwini will be sharing with everybody a framework, and then I'll come back and share. Pushpi ma'am, over to you.
So Jai Hind and good evening, everyone. As educators, as teachers, if we want to be aware, enthusiastic, and empowered practitioners, we have to constantly upgrade ourselves. We have to have insight from our peers, from the resources that are available across the globe. And in this scenario, especially online, it is practically getting it into our hands, into our houses, into our workplaces with little or no efforts. So with the same thought process for teacher upgradation and empowerment, and lot of professional development in mind, the NEP, that is the National Education Policy 2020, also have come up with modules where teachers have to upgrade themselves. They have to get into professional developments, and that is going to be one of the components or parameters to be a good teacher, to be an aware teacher. Similarly, there will be, by the year 2022, National Professional Standards for Teachers, NPST, will also be created, where teachers will again have to go rigorous trainings, workshops, and webinars to upgrade themselves. And naturally, our management being a very progressive one, they've also come up with the PD cell, which will help our teachers train and upgrade themselves. So that is the next thing which will be talked about today. So over to Ashwini, who will take us through how it is going to function and how it is going to help each learner by encouraging teacher participation in upgrading themselves professionally. So over to you, Ashwini.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, good evening all.
Just a quick thing I would like to say before you start.
Yes.
So the purpose of having the professional development cell in place is one of the bigger purposes of having that in place is also that every teacher is able to choose himself or herself. What does she want to work on? He or she, what do they want to work on, right? Right now, a lot of the trainings is that the management decides or principal decides, and then that training is conducted and everybody is sitting for that training. Going further, the idea of having the professional development cell is that as a teacher, you know what your weaknesses are, you know where you want to improve. So the professional development cell is going to give you a buffet of a lot of trainings that are going to happen for all of us throughout the month and throughout the year. And as a teacher, you are going to pick and choose which one I want to be a part of and which one you don't want to be a part of. It's not necessary, right? So you are responsible for your own professional development. I think this is a very, very progressive step that we are taking. I think for anyone professional, 2020 has taught us that how important being a learner is in the classroom. So for anyone, I think, so this should be a big time of celebration for all of us, that all of us are getting into a mode of lifelong learning through the professional development cell. Yeah. Ashwini, over to you.
Thank you, sir. First of all, good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. I am Ashwini, and we all are pleased to inform you that we are introducing a new cell named Professional Development Cell. To know about it, let me share my screen so that you'll get a brief idea regarding the working and the functioning of Professional Development Cell.
Feel free to ask any questions in the Q&A. You can be anonymous there as well. So feel free to ask all the questions. I'm sure you will have a lot of questions here.
Everybody of us know that how much learning is important in our life. It is a continuous process which is going to be going on. A great quote has been given by respected APJ Abdul Kalam sir. He said, learning process gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. This is all a process. If we stop learning and thinking, then there is no creativity and knowledge in our life. Therefore, every one of us should struggle beyond anything in order to learn new things and be updated. We at DPS are introducing a professional development cell to promote a continuous training and education to each employee, each staff member of DPS family with regards to his or her career. The goal of our professional development cell at DPS is to keep you up to date on current trends, as well as will help you to develop new skills for the purpose of advancement in the field. Pushpi ma'am and Siddharth sir has already given you a brief idea what is professional development. I'll move further regarding how it is going to work and for whom it is going to work. For whom? Professional development cell will be working for all, the teaching staff, mid-level leaders, coordinators, as well as the principals. What is the criteria so that it will be considered that you have completed the professional development program for the year is, it will be compulsory for all the employees of DPS family to attend and conduct the PD sessions by fulfilling the following criteria, and it is going to start from January and end till December. For mid-level and coordinators, I'll start with minimum 70 credits and for completing a training, and 5 credits for imparting a professional development. Means they have to attend some trainings in order to complete 70 credits, and also they have to impart training. They have to give training sessions to their colleagues, which is going to give them 5 credits. For teachers also, we have kept a criteria of 60 credits. Also, they can redeem some credits by imparting a professional development, but it is on them that if they want to give or impart their training sessions, they must feel free to tell us that they want to impart. Yes, this was the basic criteria, but even you can exceed in it. You can do more trainings, attend more trainings, as well as conduct more trainings. The PD cell, first of all, how it is going to work, I'll let you know. PD cell will conduct a training need analysis on a monthly basis and accordingly arrange the trainings. Our principal, sir and madam, as well as you as a staff members can come up with your suggestions and ideas regarding what type of trainings you need. to attend or what all topics you want that the training should be covered in, you can let us know. Also, it will be arranging in-house as well as out-house training programs. In-house trainings will be arranged after a due consent of the concerned trainer. We'll be taking a confirmation from the trainers which are there in our family, DPS family, and we'll be arranging it for you. PD Cell will be floating a training calendar before 20 days of the training on a monthly basis. Means before the month starts, 20 days earlier, training calendar will be floated to you. You can opt whatever trainings you want to attend and let the PD Cell know about it. The employee should present their nomination for training within 5 days once the training calendar is floated. Once the training calendar is with you, you will have to nominate yourself within 5 working days. The employee needs to fill the Google form and opt for the training sent with the training calendar and get it approved by the PD Cell. A Google form will be sent to you along with the training calendar, and you need to fill it and tell us which training session you want to attend and get it approved by the PD Cell. If it is approved by the PD Cell, it will be binding for that concerned employee or staff member to attend the training session. And if in case it is approved and not attended by the staff member, a red flag will be highlighted on a training history card. This is a separate card which will be circulated to each and every staff member regarding how much trainings and all they have attended. I'll let you know later. Trainings will be approved on first come, first serve basis. Now, what is training history card? A training history card will be floated to each and every employee along with the Google form, which will keep the concerned employee updated with his training credits, like how many trainings he has completed or how many hours he has completed or she has completed. It will update on time to time. After completion of each and every training, an email stating the employee training history and his completed credits will be floated to each and every candidate. Now, completion and non-completion of the credits will be taken under consideration during the performance appraisal of the employee in the following year. So, it is mandatory for all to please complete the assigned minimum level of credits or training sessions. Now, you must be aware of several training sessions which are being conducted in DPS till now. I'll give you a brief idea about the credits, how it will be calculated. Like for Maths Thursday meeting, 1 credit will be given to your account. For CC Friday, 1 credit will be given. Professional development by Mahatattva. Now it varies according to the training. Means what type of a training it is, how much hours it is going to conduct, for how many hours it is going to be conducted, will depend on that how many credits will be given to it. And it will be mentioned on the training calendar as well. If you become a part of the following communities, now different communities, you are all aware of it. Think tank or placemakers, 1 credit per month if attended regularly. DPS Mindfulness Sangh, DPS Varanasi Think Tank, DPS Nagpur Think Tank, DPS Nashik Change Makers, all will be given 1 credit per month if attended regularly. Also for Bookflix, we are offering 2 credits per month for active participation and if it is attended on a regular basis. After completion of each training, the trainee will have to fill the training evaluation form and submit it within the specified time. For any queries, feel free to contact me. My name is Ashwini Karanskar. It is of PD Cell. My email address and contact number is given on the screen. Please feel free to ask any questions regarding it. Thank you. Over to you, Siddharth sir.
Thank you, Ashwini, for sharing a lot of detail about the PD cell. Uh, so I think it's a very big progressive step for all of us. I understand that some of you might be a little jittery, but it's important that we get a growth mindset on, and we bring a smile to our faces. The purpose of having this professional development cell is the clean and clear purpose of having this cell is to help each and every person uh, develop into the best version of themselves. The purpose of having this professional development cell is to allow you the avenues, allow you the opportunity to work on yourself and to be the best version of yourself. In no way the purpose of having the professional development cell is to you know uh, is to have another evaluating method or another method to judge any individual here. Uh, when you are a part of this team, it is already understood that everyone's going to act with integrity, and with our visions in place, it is very clearly understood that each one of you are here not just for a paycheck, but to cater to each and every learner, right? And with that in place, uh, it takes a lot of thinking, it takes a lot of monetary resources for any organization to arrange something like this as well. So I think it's a big day for all of us to celebrate learning for each and every member of this family. With that, Mukesh sir, over to you. What are your thoughts on professional development cell, and how do you think each member of this family should harness this opportunity?
Jai Hind to all. I have donned the mantle of Mr. India, and therefore I'm going to be remaining invisible today. I was going through, yeah, we had a meeting yesterday also to discuss the PD cell program. And I heard Anupma ma'am and I heard Pushpi ma'am also speak about the entire PD cell issue. The teachers of Varanasi, I think, will be tired of listening to this story again, but at the cost of it becoming a cliche, I don't mind repeating it. There were two carpenters. One would work 24 hours to cut trees, while the other one would take rest after every hour or two. And the fellow who was working so hard asked him, I said, listen, if you're going to be taking rest like this, do you think you'll be able to complete the number of trees assigned to you? And he said, yes, I will. And lo and behold, at the end of the week, the one who used to take rest was able to complete, not just complete, but perhaps exceed the target of cutting trees that he was given. The secret is sharpening the saw. Whenever the carpenter would take a little rest, he would sharpen the saw. So the PD cell perhaps is going to work for us as an aid to sharpen our saw so that we become even more efficient 21st century facilitators. It is said that people change only when they don't have an option to change. And so in one way, yes, perhaps we are not going to be giving you the option to change. This is how we've learned this from the pandemic. Till the pandemic was there, I personally was a very, very technically inept man, and not just my coordinators, but I think Gautam sir also knows that. But I think within a month of the pandemic, I got to know how to present my screen. I know how to do a podcast. I would love to share some of the podcasts that I had done for my primary wing children in the form of stories. I did a class 12 English lesson. I think Pushpi ma'am is aware of it. She's given me a little thumbs up on that as well. So I think this is going to be a chance for all of us to become 21st century facilitators. And believe me, from the way the team of DPS family belonging to the Kush Education Society has worked since March, I am sure not a single teacher is going to take this as a burden. I'm sure there is going to be a lot of intrinsic motivation coming. Anupma ma'am, you were very right. When you compel somebody, you will get compliance. But when you give in autonomy, I think there will be a lot of engagement. And the PD cell is just going to be doing that. You've got to get a basket from which you will make your selection of training programs. You may even suggest when you get your training need analysis and say that these are a few skills that I would like to upgrade, or some of them I would like to sharpen. And I'm sure we're all there with, of course, the Mahatattva team. And of course, the three principles that we are also pretty experienced in these areas. I'm sure so we will be able to do that together. We do have a whole lot of, the CC Friday has thrown up some wonderful presenters over these months that we've been having. And I'm sure that a lot of them from this team also will ultimately, be a part of the core team of the PD cell where they would be imparting training. And so I would just want you all to wear your thinking caps and at two levels, think about it. What trainings that you would like to conduct and which are the trainings that you would like to have. If that could be shared either with Ashwini Karanskar, that would be great, or with your individual principals, keep us in the loop, and that would be wonderful. Since this is the last Friday, I don't mind ending this with a beautiful quote of mine. This is a lovely song from Dr. Zhivago. I don't know how many of you've seen this film. This was my generation film, so वो हम कहते हैं ना बाबा आदम की film है. But there's this very beautiful song there that says that there will be songs to sing, even though snow covers the hope of spring. It's my DP today, so I think we'll end with that. I'm sure we'll have a lot more songs to sing on the other side of the next year. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Ashwini, if you can again just share your email address in the chat box, or even put it up on the screen. I think, like sir rightly said, it will be really nice if you can take this email address that Ashwini is sharing and regularly be in touch with her about the trainings that you are looking forward to. So if there's something that is not coming up by the professional development cell and you want something like that to come up, you want the professional development cell to throw something like that for you, then please feel free to share with Ashwini what is the kind of training that you're looking at. Also, like what Mukesh sir also said, that if there's something that you would like to share your experience and knowledge about with everybody else, feel free to contact Ashwini, and that will be a great platform for everybody to come out and help your colleagues to learn what you know best, right? So like we do CC Fridays, it's a very small version, but if you would like to take up, so if you're good at developing good questions and you have some strategies where you can break down, like I would say that आज जैसे podcast वाला session था, I think I'm sure when Anupama ma'am and the entire team put together this presentation, while putting together the presentation, I'm sure there was a lot of learning while putting together the presentation, that these are certain steps that we do. Now once they've done the presentation, I think those steps would be there every time, and it'll be much easier to always reiterate those steps. So feel free to contact to Ashwini, share the trainings that you're looking for if they're not coming through from the PD cell, and as well, if there's something that you would like to share with everybody else, I think it's a great platform to start, wherein you're helping your colleagues with something. And on that note, we'll end today's CC Fridays. We've overshot by 9 minutes. So big congratulations to everyone for for the professional development cell that all of you are a part of. And wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because we'll now be meeting in 2021. And I hope all of us get vaccinated soon and the schools buildings open up so soon.
Thank you so much, sir. And same to you. Wishing you all a very happy new year and Merry Christmas.